Okay, so last night I had an out of body experience. I was in my bed and I was having trouble sleeping, so I put on a a sleep meditation thing that I've listened to in the past that has worked really well for me. And I was at one point I was somewhere between sleep and awake, because they talk about mind awake, body asleep, and I was in that phase. And there's this part in the recording where you're listening and the sound gets like very, very intense, very deep, almost like an engine starting. And in the past, I know when that happens, that's like has helped me to slide out of my body. Like I talked about sliding out of my body in one of my other videos. So when that sound came on, I was laying there and I thought, this is where I need to try to roll out of my body, because I was feeling vibrations. But again, I was feeling like I was half asleep. So like there's part of me that sort of always going to question, like, did this really happen, or was I dreaming the whole thing, right? So I can't answer that, but I can just tell you what happened to me and what my experience was. So I decided to try to roll out of my body. I was lying on my side and I attempted to get up, and I thought, well, you know what? If it wakes me up, it wakes me up. Like, I'll just try it. And I went to sit up, and I sat up and I got off the edge of the bottom of my bed, and I looked at my hands, and they were glowing. There was light coming out of the palms of my hands. And I didn't get excited. I didn't get like, oh my gosh, but I was like, yep, this is it. I'm out. And I knew it. And I wanted to look back at my body, because I've never done that before. I wanted to look back and see myself sleeping in the bed. But I was feeling like a pull back to my body. I was feeling like a magnetic pull. So I've heard that when that happens, you should just try to get away from your body. So as it was pulling me towards my body, I was like grabbing hold of the furniture to like prevent myself from going back into my body. I was grabbing hold of the furniture and trying to like get out of my room. And I sort of felt like thick. Like it was a little bit hard to do, but as soon as I grabbed the door handle, the bedroom door handle, and opened the door, which you wouldn't think you'd need to do if you're out of your body, but it was just very real. So I just opened the bedroom door, and while I was holding onto that door handle, because I thought it can't pull me back if I'm holding on the door handle, I turned around and I looked, and I saw myself sleeping in the bed. And I saw my husband there. And I saw him stir like he heard something. And I just went out of the bedroom and came into my living room. And I went up to the ceiling and I tried to poke a hole in the ceiling to get out with my finger. I tried to spread it open, and I was like, come on, open. And it wouldn't open. So I was like, forget this. I'm not going to waste this time, because I always feel like my time is limited and my body's going to like suck me back in. So I went to the double doors there and I opened them, and I just went outside. I jumped up in the air and I started to kind of float and fly up into the air. And I was looking at the sky, and like everything looked so vibrant. The stars were just bright, and it just looked so much more like I could see more stars. I could see more lights in the sky. And as I'm looking at this, I noticed that now there is like a bunch of people or beings, or I'm not really sure what they were, but there was a lot of people around, and they all had instruments, and they were all like playing this beautiful ethereal music. And as I was floating there, watching them and looking at the beautiful sky, I started to sort of like dance around and spin around to the music that they were playing. It was sort of like they were playing it just for me, and I was conducting it, and with my hands, and I was floating around and dancing, and I'm like, this is great. But then I said to them, like, I gotta go, like, I got stuff I need to go see. So I was like, this is great, but I gotta go. And I was like in a big hurry to like fly up to the sky so I could go see stuff. So as I shot off into the sky, then I was back in my body, and that was it. And that's where it ended. So that's my experience. I haven't had one in a while. It's been a few months, but for some reason it happened last night. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, this is the first time that I've actually had a controlled out of body where it did not happen during a dream state. I physically rolled out of my body. Okay, let me know what you guys think in the comments.